I was just piddling around in my kitchen and trying to sort out a few things and trying to decide what I want to do with a few things. And went down memory lane, so I thought, I'll come talk to you all. I'm hoping that ring light lights things up a little bit more. You'll see it over here. I brought both remotes. I did. That way, surely, one of them was going to work. But I was going through some books because I'm trying to decide exactly where I want to put them. So I brought this shelving unit in, and I know it's books I've not shown you before. And we'll kind of, yeah, my brain's just, but anyway, these were in the giveaway bin. Again, at Finders Keepers. Omi wasn't with me that day. It was me and Kenny. And I believe we were going to Michelle's, but all these books right here were in the free bin. They were. And the ones that I don't keep, that I think might be something somebody'd be interested in, I'll give it to them or I'll donate it. But this one, I've never heard of it. Joni Erickson Tata, God's Presence in Life's Chaos. His attention never diverts from you in a single moment. His touch in your life is constant, unchanging, sure. The Lord Jesus is an intruder. He interferes, trespasses on your conversations, encroaches on your thoughts, cuts in your actions. Gently but ever so firmly, he stays involved with the details of your life. And that tells us that no matter what we do in life, someone always knows. But God's presence in life's chaos, and we all have a lot of chaos going on. I was going to see the book. It came out in 1989, and I thought it would have some good inspirational things to help on days when you're discouraged. So I was looking in here, and there's something called suffering. So we're going to go to 152 that says tears. This is what I do when I'm not on camera. I go through my books. I pick out things, and I talk about some stuff with Omi. Let's see here. You'll hear about one of them in a little bit if I remember. Well, I thought I knew where it was at. Let's see. 152. We are the objects of God's profound love and attention. Don't ask Him to stop perfecting or improving you. God has a final idea in mind, and He's bringing you into completion. Through revision after revision, erasure after erasure, stretch after stretch. By doing that, He's not loving you less. Believe me, He's loving you more. Anyway, I just thought that I know I can. I know Omi can when she's here, or anybody else might get some inspiration from this book. It's not the type of book that I would normally go out and buy, to be honest. It's not. But it seems like the past couple of times that we've been in the free bin, there's been books of inspiration, which tells me that, yeah, it helps to have it. Another one I found in the free bin. Not even sure what all's in it, but it's the Hershey. The Hershey book. Does it have recipes in it? I don't think it's a recipe book. I'm looking here. I think it just... It says a charming and absorbing account of one of America's capitalism-eccentric visionaries. So, I'm not exactly sure what it's about. You can tell that's a vintage picture in it. But I figure it's about the Hershey Company. I was just going to see when it came out. Because I picked it based on title, not age. Even though 2006. Looks a lot older, don't it? So that's another book I can explore. And once I'm done exploring, I can gift out. Anybody who watches Hallmark movies knows this author, Debbie McComber. I used to listen to her on audiobooks when I carried mail back in the day. A lot of her books. This one's called Misery's Miracle. Now a Hallmark Channel original movie, but this is the book. And I think Omi and I have both already watched this movie in previous years. But I thought I'll get the book. It was in the giveaway bin. And if I tend to have a harder time focusing on books and stuff for long periods of time. That's one reason the cookbooks are good for me when they have stories in them, because they're short. You probably say, well, Angie, you talk a lot. And I do. But it's just hard for me to focus ever since I had the hemorrhage. And audiobooks I do pretty well on if I put a headset on and I'm not listening to a lot of stuff around. My intention sometimes when I go on the hill to feed the animals will be to wear a headset when I'm feeding them, but then I don't do it. One thing, I'd probably lose my phone, and another thing, I don't enjoy them as much if I've got something on. So it's very seldom when I'm outside that I will have a headset on, unless I've got a designated task to do that doesn't have to do with the animals. I don't know where this video's going, but anyway, let me see here. Debbie McComber, 1996. So, again, a book, if I choose not to read, which I probably won't, I'll donate it to the thrift store. This one I'll probably keep just for the fact that it says Spring Fling with Taste, presented by Connor Van Boosters, 1990. And it was in the giveaway bin. But I think, let me see here what it says. I don't know if it gives you credits to anybody or not. A special thanks to each and one of you for your support for Connor Band, is what the book says. So I'm not sure who the Connor Band is. We know it was 1990, and we know that it has good recipes. They got 9-day slaw, which I probably wouldn't do the 9-day slaw. I do the Angie's 5-second slaw. Monkey bread. That sounds good. Red beans and rice recipes. You never can go wrong. Poultry at its best. Let's see if it's got a coffee recipe. I think I've seen in the table of contents, iced tea. It has a decaffeinated iced tea recipe. So I guess this looks southern, because we drink iced tea. Let me see. Pumpkin oatmeal bread. But anyway, I just thought it was cute. I know this one's staying here for sure. And so I'll put it down here because it's going to go over here for now. Deluxe Miro pressure cooker. I have 2 or 3 vintage pressure cookers that I might show at some time. Who knows, this might be one of them. I think one of them came with a book, I'm not sure. Let me see here. 1958. It's a pressure cooker book for $19.58. And it gives you diagrams for the mirror magic. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, I probably would never use it. I got it for looks. But to have a book from 1958 about pressure cookers, and that page is stuck. It has recipes in here too. Oh, yeah, this is not a canner. It's just, like I said, the pressure cooker. But it's got recipes in here, so that goes with this one. I know that one's staying. See? I already gifted one of these type of books out. But I got some kittens I need a name. And I'm sorry, I can't remember which one of y'all suggested it. Sweetie Pie. I think the little gray and white one that y'all seen in video, I think I'll name her Sweetie Pie. Someone else gave a name suggestion, which I like too. I can't remember what it is right now. I have to go back and look. But I think the little gray and white one, in a few videos, I don't have many back because I'm doing as I do. But anyway, I bought another Baby Wise. Learn how over 5,000 babies were trained to sleep through the night. And I brought it home thinking it was one of them name books. Yeah. You know when I figured it out? Right now. I don't know if it's going to have any names in it. And I don't actually plan on having any more little ones. Eli's actually going to be 13. Yeah. That's my story. I thought it was one of those name books. So that'll definitely be, this will definitely be in the giveaway. That one will be. Yeah, that's how I roll. Another Joni Erickson taught a secret strength for those who search. And it's just another book of some inspirational quotes and different things. This said, read Isaiah 25:4-5. I hope y'all don't mind me doing this because I think it's going to be pretty good. Think of the last time you enjoyed a picnic at the park or party in your backyard on a summer day. Describe the relief you felt sitting in the shade, thinking of at least 3 ways you were comforted. Have you felt the same kind of comfort resting in the shadows of God's presence? How many of us just take the time to just let everything go, be relaxed? So, like I said, I'm sure Omi and I will be looking at this book and the other book, and some of them I will donate for sure. Okay, getting to memories. These I bought. One I know I actually paid 10 cents for somewhere. Not thinking I had it. And I found out I had it. Better Homes and Gardens New Cookbook Edition. Cookbook 10th Edition. And it was in paperback. Better Homes and Gardens and Betty Crocker were 2 of the cookbooks I remember from when I was growing up. Yeah. So definitely one of these will be gifted out. And if one of my family members or someone out there says, I want it, I'll hang on to it because it is a publication from, well, if I could see the words. It was originally published in 1930. And this one, I'm going to have to adjust my glasses. Came out in 1993. But the original was in 1930. So I'm hanging on to one of these. And a lot of them, the recipes in the Better Homes and Garden book, look really easy. Easy biscuit mix. And this would be, you don't even need refrigeration. 10 cups all-purpose flour. gives you another part, 1/2 cup baking powder, 1/4 cup sugar, 2 cups shortening. And you don't have to keep it in the refrigerator. But one I'll just gift out, and one I'm going to keep. Yeah, memories. Memories, memories. I'll do one more book. And if I get in the memory mode later, I need to get my kitchen finished cleaned up. Pyrex Prize Recipes. This was the book that started it all this morning. And I remember my mom had Pyrex. She had kitchenware. And I've seen this somewhere. I can't tell you where a lot of these books came from because they kind of got mixed up. I know I haven't showed them to you. But they kind of got 1953. Let's see if they got a coffee recipe. I think I'm going to be trying to find the best coffee recipe. If y'all watched any of the other videos, I talked about an egg recipe I found, and I only said, ooh. Percolated coffee. Yeah, I remember seeing that one this morning. Boiled or brewed coffee in a Pyrex 9-cup percolator. Yeah. And so, might be something I'll have to think about. You even add a little salt to it. So this book, I want to put, because I want to try that recipe. Well, I'll just put it with these. Can I remember all this? I don't know. But when Mom was here, several weeks ago, I got this in the mail, and she was anxious to see it. It's a kitchenware. What do you call it? Blue corn flour design. I was looking around for a coffee pot like my mom used to have. We're kind of fuzzy on whether it was the electric 9-cup or if it was on the stove 9-cup. She thinks it was electric. I think it was on the stove, but you're talking 50 years ago. Yeah, 50 or more years ago. This is a 1960-something pour over coffee pot. And I asked my mom, I said, have you ever seen one of these? And she said no. And I said, well, I've never seen one. And I ran across it on eBay. And I said, I have to get it. And I did. So I'm going to hold myself accountable since I'm showing it to you. I want to try it. And she's curious. I've actually looked on YouTube. I think it was on YouTube. I think. I seen a video, or did I read about it? Anyway, of how to do this. So, you may be seeing me make some boil over coffee. I think this is supposed to be a 6-cup. I like doing coffees different ways. And I'll be looking in these books for coffees different ways. And Omi, hurry up and get back so we do coffee in different ways. I've got other coffee pots. I actually have, and I'll show you sometime, I've actually got a Maxwell House coffee urn. I've never used it. I had it before we moved here. I probably had it 30 years. And it was vintage, I think, when I got it. I don't know. And a lot of the metal ones up here. So one of these days I'll show you some. And I used to use one of the stovetop metal ones. Whatever mood I was in that day is the kind of coffee I made. And I'm getting more into that too. I use an electric percolator most of the time. I can do pour over, and I've got different ways of doing that. And I might show you that too if I find enough coffee recipes. I've got the mason jar cold brew. What else do I have? The French press I've never tried, but I've got one. So I might have to try it. Yeah, just several. I'm looking at them down there. But this is my most recent, even though I've had it for a little while, vintage coffee pot. And I got it because it brought back memories. So, I don't know how long the video is here because I can't see nothing this morning. I can do what I'm going to do with these books. I've actually got a few more books here to show. But I'll come back, and that way I can show you another vintage piece or two that I have, because I need to really get them out from behind the curtain and put them where I can enjoy them. That's my game plan. I always keep them back there to keep them safe, but I'm not back there most of the time. As you see, I'm in here most of the time. So when I get ready to find a place for more of them, I'll come back and I'll show you these, because I know at least one. Yeah. There's one book, I don't know anything about it, but I just love the title of it. So, we'll do another cookbook recipe. I won't do them back to back, I don't think. Unless you like this one. If you like this one and I sit down later and do another one, you can tell me. And then I'll do them back to back. If not, I won't. And then if I don't, record it. You know, because there's so much going on right now with the holidays, and I don't know when you're going to see this, but I'm thinking too, in one of my hauls, there's one or two things still in my husband's car that came from the bins. That might be Jan's. I'll have to call and tell her if that's the case, because I think I've seen something red in there. I don't know how it got left. Yeah, and this is almost 2 weeks later. So until next time, this is how I am in my head when you're not with me. Only today, I guess I'm so tired and delirious, I decided I'd bring you along. So if you enjoy this video, let me know. And when things hit me, I can just sit here or sit there or sit somewhere and talk about it. And as soon as I see about this one book, might see what the time period is. I'll see if I got something I've got that I can show you that goes with that time period. Yeah. And until next time, we'll talk soon.